The sun was setting over the picturesque town of Seraphim's Crest, casting a warm, golden hue over the cobblestone streets and ivy-covered houses. Nestled in the heart of the town was the Ivy Hollow Bookshop, a quaint and charming place where stories came to life, not just within the pages of the books, but also within the hearts of those who visited. Amelia Hart, the bookshop's owner, had always found solace among the shelves filled with tales of love, adventure, and mystery. Her life had been shaped by the stories she read and the people she met in her little sanctuary. Yet, at 32, she had resigned herself to a life of quiet contentment, believing that the epic love stories she adored were meant for others, not for her. One rainy afternoon, as the skies wept and the town was cloaked in a misty veil, Amelia sat behind the counter, lost in a novel. The bell above the door tinkled, announcing the arrival of a customer. She looked up to see a man, drenched from the rain, his dark hair plastered to his forehead, and his eyes a striking shade of blue that seemed to hold 1,000 untold stories. "Hello?" he greeted with a smile that sent a flutter through Amelia's heart. "I hope you don't mind me seeking refuge from the storm." "Not at all," she replied, closing her book and returning his smile. "Feel free to browse. Can I offer you some tea to warm up?" "That would be wonderful. Thank you," he said, shaking off the rain from his coat and hanging it by the door. "I'm Ethan, by the way." "Amelia," she introduced herself, heading to the back to prepare the tea. As she worked, she couldn't help but feel a sense of anticipation, as if a new chapter in her own story was about to unfold. Ethan wandered through the bookshop, his eyes scanning the shelves with genuine interest. By the time Amelia returned with a steaming cup of tea, he had already picked out a book and was flipping through its pages. "Find something interesting?" she asked, handing him the tea. "Yes, actually," he replied, accepting the cup gratefully. "I've been looking for this book for ages. It's out of print, but it holds a special place in my heart." Amelia's curiosity was piqued. "Really? Why's that?" Ethan took a sip of the tea and smiled. "It's the book my grandmother used to read to me when I was a child. She always said it was filled with magic, not just in the story, but in the way it brought people together." Amelia's heart warmed at his words. Books have a way of doing that, don't they? Bringing people together, weaving connections. "They do," Ethan agreed, his eyes meeting hers. "And sometimes they lead us to places and people we never expected." Over the next few weeks, Ethan became a regular at Ivy Hollow. He and Amelia spent hours discussing their favorite books, sharing stories of their lives, and slowly but surely, their bond grew deeper. Ethan was a travel writer, always on the move, but something about Seraphim's Crest, and more specifically, Amelia, made him want to stay. As winter settled in, the bookshop became a cozy haven for both of them. They spent evenings by the fireplace, lost in conversation and comfortable silence, each finding in the other a kindred spirit. It wasn't long before their friendship blossomed into something more, a love that felt as timeless and enchanting as the stories they cherished. One snowy evening as they sat by the fire, Ethan took Amelia's hand in his. "Amelia, I know my life has always been about wandering, but since meeting you, I found a reason to stay in one place. You are my home, my anchor. I love you." Tears welled up in Amelia's eyes as she squeezed his hand. "I love you too, Ethan. You've brought a new kind of magic into my life, one I never thought I'd find." Their love story continued to unfold with the seasons, each day bringing new joys and challenges. They traveled together, exploring new places and collecting stories, always returning to their beloved bookshop in Seraphim's Crest. Amelia's heart, once resigned to solitude, now brimmed with the love and adventure she had always dreamed of. Years passed, and Ivy Hollow became a symbol of their enduring love, a place where people came not just for books, but for the sense of connection and belonging that Amelia and Ethan had created. Their story, woven into the very fabric of the town, inspired others to believe in the magic of love and the power of stories to change lives. In the end, it wasn't just the books that brought Amelia and Ethan together, but the belief that love, like the best stories, is timeless, unexpected, and always worth the journey. And so, their tale became one for the ages, a love story that began with a chance encounter on a rainy day and blossomed into a lifetime of shared adventures and cherished memories. As the years went by, Amelia and Ethan's love only deepened. They supported each other through life's ups and downs, always finding strength in their bond. They celebrated their successes and comforted each other in times of sorrow, their love growing stronger with each passing day. One spring morning, as the town burst into bloom and the air was filled with the sweet scent of flowers, Ethan took Amelia's hand and led her to the small garden behind the bookshop. He had a surprise for her, something he had been planning for months. As they walked through the garden, Amelia noticed a small, beautifully crafted gazebo, adorned with twinkling fairy lights and surrounded by their favorite flowers. In the center of the gazebo was a table set for two, with a bottle of champagne chilling in a bucket of ice. "Ethan, this is beautiful," Amelia said, her eyes wide with wonder. "There's more," Ethan said with a grin, leading her to the table. "Sit down, my love." Amelia sat down, her heart pounding with excitement. Ethan poured them each a glass of champagne and then reached into his pocket, pulling out a small velvet box. "Amelia," he said, his voice filled with emotion. "From the moment I met you, my life changed in ways I never imagined. You've brought so much joy and love into my life, and I can't imagine spending a single day without you. Will you marry me?" Tears streamed down Amelia's cheeks as she looked into Ethan's eyes. "Yes, Ethan, yes, I will marry you." Ethan slipped the ring onto her finger, and they embraced, their hearts overflowing with love and happiness. The townspeople of Seraphim's Crest celebrated their engagement, their joy echoing through the streets. The wedding was a small, intimate affair held in the garden of Ivy Hollow. Surrounded by their closest friends and family, Amelia and Ethan exchanged vows, promising to love and cherish each other for the rest of their lives. The bookshop, filled with the stories that had brought them together, stood as a testament to their love. As they danced under the stars, Amelia couldn't help but think of how far they had come. From that rainy day when Ethan had first walked into her life to this moment, their journey had been nothing short of magical. They had created a love story that was uniquely theirs, filled with adventure, laughter, and a deep, abiding love. Years later, as they sat together by the fireplace, their hair now touched with silver, they reflected on the life they had built together. Ivy Hollow had grown, with new generations discovering the magic of books and love within its walls. Their love story had become a legend in Seraphim's Crest, inspiring countless others to believe in the power of love. Amelia looked at Ethan, her heart still fluttering with the same excitement she had felt all those years ago. "Ethan, do you ever wonder what our story would be like if we hadn't met that day?" Ethan smiled, taking her hand in his. "I don't need to wonder, Amelia. Our story is perfect just the way it is. Every twist, every turn, every moment has led us to this. And I wouldn't change a single thing." With a contented sigh, Amelia rested her head on Ethan's shoulder, their hearts beating in perfect harmony. Their love, like the stories they cherished, was timeless, a beautiful narrative that would continue to inspire for generations to come. And so, in the quiet town of Seraphim's Crest, among the pages of countless books and the whispers of 1,000 stories, the tale of Amelia and Ethan lived on, a testament to the enduring power of love and the magic that exists when two hearts find their perfect match. As they sat together, watching the flames dance in the fireplace, Ethan pulled out a worn, leather-bound journal. He handed it to Amelia, his eyes twinkling with a secret. "What's this?" she asked, her curiosity piqued. "Open it and see," Ethan replied with a grin. Amelia opened the journal to find pages filled with Ethan's handwriting, detailing their journey together from the very beginning. Every significant moment, every cherished memory was captured in beautiful, heartfelt prose. "Ethan, this is incredible," she said, her voice choked with emotion. "You wrote our story." "I wanted to make sure we never forgot a single moment," Ethan said, his voice soft. "Our love story is the most important one I've ever written." Tears welled up in Amelia's eyes as she read through the journal, each word a testament to their love. She realized that their story, like the books they loved, was filled with moments of joy, sorrow, triumph, and heartache, all woven together to create something truly magical. As they sat together, surrounded by the memories of their shared journey, Amelia knew that their love was a story that would never end. It would continue to grow and evolve, a living, breathing testament to the power of love. And in the quiet of the evening, as the stars twinkled above and the fire crackled in the hearth, Amelia and Ethan held each other close, their hearts forever entwined. Their love, like the stories they cherished, was timeless, a beautiful narrative that would continue to inspire for generations to come. In the end, it wasn't just the books that brought Amelia and Ethan together, but the belief that love, like the best stories, is timeless, unexpected, and always worth the journey. And so their tale became one for the ages, a love story that began with a chance encounter on a rainy day and blossomed into a lifetime of shared adventures and cherished memories.